this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. Looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, the day's support, resistance and pivot levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Tuesday the 6th of April. Coming straight into Bitcoin against US dollar, but a start to the day here after yesterday's recovery. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid the pivot at 58,415 to take a run at the first major resistance level, saying at 59,980. We'll need to see support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break out from 59,500 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 60,000 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target the March swing high 61,699 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 6815. A slide through the pivot would bring the first major support level of 57,580 into play. Barring and extend itself on the day, Bitcoin should stay well clear of the second major support level at 56,015. Looking at the MACDs, we got a slight narrowing of the bullish histogram, but nothing suggestive of a bearish morning ahead, so keep an eye on that. On the EMA, we've got a bullish cross to 50 through the 100, supporting this upside early on, so keep an eye on that as well. A sustained bullish cross will support further upside and a run at 60,000 levels. Moving across to Ethereum against US dollar, also a bullish start to the morning. Going to see Ethereum avoid the pivot at 2081 to take a run at the first major resistance level, saying at 2058. We need to see support from the broader market for Ethereum to break back through to 21,500 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum target 2200 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 2209. A fall through the pivot would bring the first major support level sitting at 2030 into play. Barring and extend itself on the day, Ethereum should steer well clear of sub 1900. Second major support level at 1952 should limit the downside. Looking at MACD, we've got a widening of the bullish histogram this morning, supporting this early upside. On the EMA, the 50 is holding its ground against the 100 and the 200, inconclusive while still bullish. So keep through the early part of the day, avoid a fall through the pivot at 2081 and break through to 2150 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, support levels will come into play. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar, bullish start to the morning after yesterday's rally. We need to see Litecoin avoid the pivot at 215 to take a run at the first major resistance level, so at 232. We need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break through to 230s. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of another extended rally, should see Litecoin test resistance at 250 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 242. A fall through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 205 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should steer well clear of sub 190s. 23.6% fib at 195 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACD, we've got a widening of the bullish histogram this morning, supporting this early upside. On the EMAs, the 50s also pulling away from the 100 and the 200, also a bullish indicator. So keep through the early part of the day, avoid the pivot at 215 and break through to 230s to then target 250s on the day. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, bearish start after yesterday's surge. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid the pivot at 0.8247 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 1.0292. Going to need to see support from the broad market for Ripple's XRP to break through to 1.0 levels. So buying an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of another breakout, should see Ripple's XRP target 1.2s before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 1.144. A fall through the pivot would bring the 23.6% fib at 0.7584 and the first major support level at 0.7098 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub 0.70 levels. We've got the 38.2% fib at 0.6463 and the second major support level sits back at 0.5053. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a narrowing of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day, supporting this early pullback. On the EMAs, however, the 50 has continued to widen the gap on the 100 and the 200, signaling a bullish day ahead. To keep through the early part of the day, stay clear of the pivot 0.8247 and break through to 1.0 levels to then target 1.2s. Failure to do that and support levels will come into play.